When music moves, it shakes the world. From passion to action. Catch conversations and inspiration as we get to know emerging artists at the Ohio University's Music Industry Summit.
We are the university that finds the way to do the most unique things and the coolest things.
This is the Launchpad Podcast.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Launchpad Podcast. It is Season 2, coming to you from Ohio University's Music Industry Summit. My name is David Oyuke. I am the host and producer of the Launchpad Podcast. And as always, this is where we highlight the next best now. And the person who is sitting next to me is an Athens, Ohio-based artist from Duncan, Ohio, who started playing the piano at 12 and the guitar at 16. With significant influences from the Beatles, David Bowie, Kurt Cobain, Chappell Roan, Crumb, and more. They're taking those influences and expressions to chart a new path paved with strings, keys, and a driving passion. The person I'd like for the Launchpad family to know today is none other than Rylee James.
Oh, so kind. What an introduction. That was great.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, running on a little less sleep than I'd like to be running on, but what else? I'm running on a lot of coffee.
Okay.
So my mind is racing, trying to grab all the thoughts in my head and articulate them well. We'll see how it goes, but I'm doing well.
How many hours do you get to sleep, roughly?
Oh, it varies so much.
Between 2 and 3?
No, more than that, usually. I don't know, last night I got like 5 hours. It's usually between like 4 and 7 hours, unless I don't have anything I got to do in the morning, and then I sleep for like 12 hours, man. I binge sleep sometimes.
I hear you.
But, a bit of an insomniac, so sleep is hard to come by. But when I get it, it's amazing. Yeah. It's wonderful.
So this is the point where, we talk about your origin story. I like using the term origin story, just kind of has a flair to it, So you've talked about how you touched the piano at 12 and the guitar at 16, right? Mm-hmm. Who introduced you to these instruments, or did you just find them by yourself in a school one day, how did that story go to bring you to the person that you are today?
Well, at the very beginning of it, when I was around 12, I joined band, middle school, 6th grade band, and I played saxophone, and I picked it up pretty quickly. I thought I was pretty good at it, and I would see people playing piano and stuff, and I wanted to learn how to play piano, so my parents gave me this electric keyboard, but I didn't know how to play anything. I never got lessons, so I kind of just slowly taught myself how to play piano over years, and the weird thing was, I don't even really know why, but it didn't really occur to me to really learn how to play piano by playing other people's songs. I learned how to play basic stuff. I learned how to play For Release and Hey Jude and stuff like that. But for some reason I was I don't really want to play other songs. So I just started making up stuff to play. That's kind of where I learned about chords and how melodies work. And then, kept doing band. Then I got into high school and was a theater kid, choir kid. So I was singing too. And then around 16, I got a guitar as a gift. And that was also around the same time that I got really into the Beatles. And I got that guitar and I was just I should just try to learn how to write songs for real. I was I got a couple things that I play on piano for my parents or my friends or whatever, but I should really just learn how to write songs on guitar. And at that same time I was getting really into the Beatles and other new music, pretty much up until that point in high school and stuff, pretty much just listened to hip hop, then really got into 60s Beatles and indie music, bedroom pop type stuff. And copied a lot of that stuff. A lot of the early songs that I wrote on guitar were pretty much just early Beatles songs, just make like those types of vibes. And then just kept doing it. And then I got to college, started doing open mics and gigs and stuff, met a lot of cool people, wrote tons of songs along the way. I've been writing songs, like, I've been going like fully at it for probably 6 years now. And guess that just brings us to now, where now I'm just have to record all of it now, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Can you tell me how your first experience was when it's like you've been doing all these things by yourself and now you say you were doing open mics? Do you remember your first public performance and how was that?
Oh, well, my first public performance was probably in elementary school, not really doing my own music yet. I think my first one was my high school did a production of The Wizard of Oz, and so, you know, they went to elementary school and was like, we need munchkins.
And they picked you.
I was one of the many munchkins. There's like 20 of us, but I was like the judge munchkin. So I had like a robe and a powdered wig, and I had like a couple speaking lines. But then, I mean, you know, that was, I guess, the first time I was like on stage in front of people.
And then now the open mics and stuff, do you remember like the first time when, yeah.
Yeah, there was an open mic at a bar in my hometown. It's called The Barn. It was just like a family bar type thing. And it was like in the back, and I think I did like half an hour or something like that, of just all songs that I wrote. I never wanted to like do a cover. And, you know, there's videos of those sets, and definitely makes me cringe a lot, because that was like when I first started writing songs, and a lot of those, like, if I listen to them, like, I really did not know what I was doing back then. But I mean, you know, it was definitely like nerve-wracking and scary, especially like the type of songs that I wanted to write and was trying to write, very like personal, very like vulnerable. So yeah, it definitely took a lot of work for me to feel like really comfortable performing those songs that I had written in front of a crowd. But I did also kind of have a bit of a head start just being like a theater kid, and like I would host like skit nights and stuff at school. So I had like been on stage before, but then there was like the next step of being like, okay, now I'm going to be on stage and do something that's just like all me, you know?
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the process of your creativity, because you talk about how difficult it was for you to be vulnerable in those settings. How did you get to the place where now you're vulnerable performing these things? And what's your process like to get there? Do you sit down and, you know, give yourself a pep talk, or do you listen to music to get you in the zone, or do you write first? What's your process to get you to the place where you're comfortable actually putting out the stuff that you do?
I mean, at some point when I have been doing it, I just kind of realized that the best songs that I was writing, like, because I was writing all the songs all the time, and not all of them are great. And like a long time ago, I just kind of was like, well, the best songs that I have are kind of the ones where I'm really just laying it all out, just like being completely myself and saying things that I have trouble just saying to people in everyday life, you know, just expressing myself in the most vulnerable way possible, just like really makes it the best kind of music that I can make. And I think that's really just like an authenticity thing. Because like all of my favorite artists, that's what I love about them, is they're just being really authentic and just saying exactly how they feel, like not afraid to express it. And so that's really what I want to do. I was like, well, if I make music that's as honest as it can be, and I'm as honest with myself, as authentic as I can be, you know, there's plenty of people in the world who go through the same things that I go through, feel the same things that I feel. And if I'm completely honest with myself and I put that work out, then it's going to resonate with some people, you know, like, and that's just kind of the nature of art. So I think just thinking about all of those things just maybe kind of be like, okay, well, I just kind of have to suck it up and just do it, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's a great segue to take us into what I call the fantastic artist. So you have a lot of influences that you've mentioned that inspire you or have helped you see your songwriting or how you play music in a certain way. So if you could pick one thing from one artist and another thing from another artist and build this fantastic artist, who would you pick?
Yeah.
And what would you pick from that artist?
Yeah, it's probably more of an amalgamation of things. I would say for like production, like how the actual like sound recording sounds, a lot of more like modern indie artists like Mac DeMarco, Crumb, Andy Schaaf, people like that, and like also like some modern pop too, like Chappell and Sabrina Carpenter. I would definitely take those production styles, those sort of more modern but also kind of lo-fi production styles. Take from that, and then for songwriting, just like how the songs are structured, what the lyrics are like, what the melody is like. Definitely a combination of like the Beatles, David Bowie, and Kurt Cobain, all three. Because I mean, you know, I've spent like hours just like combing through all of their interviews and just like trying to get little insights and like stealing their songwriting methods, you know. I'll watch something and I'll be like, oh, this is how David Bowie came up with those lyrics. I'll try and do that too and see if I can come up with it. So definitely those three for like the actual like composition elements.
Okay. Finish this statement. What have I done?
To make you my love.
What song is that? Because it's playing in my head, and you know how sometimes you have a song that's playing in your head, but you cannot dare sing it out because someone like me would sing it out off key. But I want the Launchpad family to know why it's haunting me in my head. That's your song.
Sure, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that and why it's just so infectious.
I don't really know, man. I mean, the chorus is kind of catchy, and it's very like guttural, emotional,
visceral
type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that song is pretty much just about like social struggles, like feeling like you're like letting people down and like, do I really deserve these people in my life? It's kind of what that song's about. So it's a very like, yeah, very, again, just like guttural, just like, oh my God, like, why do you like me type thing? Like, what is it about me? Like, I'm just like, I feel like I'm letting you down all the time. Like those kind of insecurities.
Yeah.
That's what that song's about.
And that's a human story. That's something that resonates to so many of us.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you need to listen to a song that actually brings you to that point and you hear it from somebody else, you know. What other things are you working on with your music currently?
Well, right now I'm signed with Brick City, working on EP. Singles coming out soon, and then the EP will come out as well. And then after that, I've got a single that I've been working on just by myself, that I'm probably going to put out a couple weeks to a month after the EP comes out. And then after that, I've got a band that I've been working with for a while now called the Zeitgeist, little up-and-coming Athens group, you know. And, you know, right now we're pretty much just playing my originals, but we really want to sort of incorporate everyone else's ideas into it, make it kind of its own thing other than just me. But we recorded a couple songs about last week, I think. So probably like this summer, we'll put out an EP as a band.
And if somebody wants to listen to Rylee James, what's the first song you would direct them to go and listen to just get a vibe of what?
I would probably direct them to Home. I think like, that one's definitely like a different vibe from a lot of stuff I put out already. But, you know, a lot of stuff that's out on streaming is just kind of like early stuff, you know, like just getting my start. But, you know, that song has like really nice harmonies. It's a pretty simple arrangement, but it's got like a very particular vibe to it. And I think the lyrics are pretty good. I feel like if you listen to that song, you can kind of get a pretty good idea of the kind of stuff that I like to make.
Perfect. So before we let you go, I just want you to let me know and let the Launchpad family know, what are some of your most memorable, happiest moments so far in your journey?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. My journey's honestly been kind of boring so far in the music department. I've just been kind of like putting my head down alone in a room trying to come up with the next big song, you know. I think like right now is probably the most exciting point in the start of my career, just because I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a really cool band going, and I'm feeling a lot more comfortable like in the recording studio and like producing my own stuff by myself. So I think like right now, honestly, like it's just kind of a lot of possibilities, a lot of things can happen. Excited for this summer. Yeah, I'm excited for a lot of things to come in the future.
Sounds good. So, last thing that we always do, we call it Picture Perfect. So, I want you to pitch your perfect scenario to the Launchpad family about how you can best feel supported as an artist. How can we get you to where you want to be? And what can we do for you as the Launchpad family?
Oh, I mean, I don't know, I'd like to build up my network a little bit, I guess. That's really all I can think of. I think especially the music industry, the most important thing is just the people you know, and luck. But yeah, I mean, just connecting with people who have the same kind of interests, want to do the same kind of things in the industry, and just want to work with as many people as I can, you know?
Yeah. Right, Launchpad family, you've heard it. It is all about support like we always do. So check out Rylee, James, check out the great material that is there. And as always, it is about highlighting the next best now. We have some more episodes on the way for the season 2 of the Launchpad podcast. Stick around. We are at Ohio University's Music Industry Summit. And I'd like to say, if you're not here, where are you? See you on the next ones.
Thanks for watching or listening to the Launchpad podcast. Click the links in the About page to get to know more about our artists, follow their journeys, and also find out what comes next in this story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you at the next launch.